The Forest of Arden has two fantastic golf courses, the Arden and the Aylesford. Let's take a look at 5 signature holes on each course with PGA pros Philip Hoy and Rob Brown.
The Arden course is obviously a championship golf course. It's hosted many European tour events. It measures just over 7,200 yards off the tournament tees, but there's also medal tees and visitors tees to play from. First hole in the Arden, very interesting hole. Doesn't look particularly difficult, but invariably catches people out. Heavily bunkered off the tee, but quite a short hole. The 8th hole, stroke index 18, supposedly obviously the easiest hole on the golf course, 150 yards over water, but catches people out more often than not. 12, long par 5, downhill, reachable for the very long hitters, but on the hole it's a 3-shot, par 5 for the majority of players. Coming towards the end of your round 16, again looks quite a simple hole, just about 400 yards, requires an accurate tee shot to leave you in position, but then a very difficult second shot into a green heavily surrounded by water. Here we are on the 18th hole, one of our signature holes, par 3 over water, playing back towards the hotel. As you can see, a very daunting looking hole, a lot of water, and a great challenge to finish the round with.
The Aylesford course is our resort course. Exactly the same spec on greens and fairways as the Arden course. Still in immaculate condition, but just a little bit shorter. Second hole on the Aylesford course is a par 4, 447 yards. There's a water ditch running across the fairway at 221 yards. And a water ditch is also on the left hand side, so a long narrow drive is required. If you can't hit a good drive, you may have to lay up for your second shot. Maybe a 6 or 5 iron to leave you 100 yards into a well-guarded green, very narrow with water at the back. The 5th hole on the Aylesford course, par 4, 268 yards. A risk or reward hole, a dogleg from left to right. For the big hitters, the green can be found in one with a well-struck drive. Although be careful, there's a ditch running across the fairway at 218 yards. Maybe a medium iron off the tee will be a better choice, leaving you 100 yards into a well-guarded green with bunkers left and right and out of bounds at the back. The 10th hole, 151 yards, par 3. A great little par 3 with 141 yards to clear the water. Although be careful, there's a severe green running from front to back towards the water, so don't be short. Hole 13, a par 4 hole, 386 yards. A tough driving hole, but be careful not to hit the golf ball too far, as there's a ditch running across the fairway at 280 yards. A 3 wood may be the best choice to leave you 150 yards in to a very narrow and long green with a bunker to the right hand side and water all surrounding the back. The 18th hole, a great finishing hole and a par 5, 482 yards and reachable in 2 for the long hitters. For the normal hitters, a good drive off the tee will leave you a medium iron to lay up for about 100 yards into a well-guarded green, a fountain to the right-hand side, trees and bunkers to the left, and trees surrounding the back.